Welcome to Studio D on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. Now, here's your host, Ashley Davis.
Welcome to Sooner Sports Pad. I'm Ashley Davis alongside my lovely co-host, Hughey, Mason Prince. We're also joined by our athletic and energetic live studio audience. Guys, tell us who's in there.
Well, we also have the loud and really smart Student Government Association.
That's right, they are here. But we also have the women's volleyball team. They are here being loud and proud for us today.
We're also joined by superstar Madison Ward. We'll talk celebrations and preparations with her later on.
And coming up later in Face-Off, Haley and I debate which OU football player is primed for a breakout game against West Virginia.
And we also talked to OU cross-country star Brittany Tretbar and her journey at OU.
Which brings us to starting off the show on a high note. We call it Launchpad. It's this week's biggest news in OU athletics. This weekend kicked off conference play. We'll kick off conference play for the Sooners against West Virginia. The game is slated for 11 a.m. on Saturday. Another morning game for the Sooners. Last year, Morgantown Samaje Pirine had his coming out party with 242 rushing yards. The Sooners came home with the 45-33 victory and look to continue their win streak this weekend. Well, Big 12 kicked off their last weekend's conference play. Give us a breakdown of the OSU win in Texas and the TCU thriller against the Red Raiders.
Well, Texas lost on Saturday as only Texas can. Another kicking mishap for the Longhorns. They start 1-3 on the season. Texas and OSU stayed close all game long. Mason Rudolph had a pick and a fumble that was returned for a touchdown. Late in the game, Texas was just trying to get the punt off where the punter dropped it and kicked the ball and barely got it past the line of scrimmage, giving OSU great field position. They turned that into a game-winning field goal with 6 seconds left. Texas loses 30-27 at home. Worst start since 1956 for the Longhorns.
Man, well, TCU didn't look like a top 3 team on Saturday against Texas Tech. The
No,
unranked
they did
Red
not.
Raiders weren't too intimidated during this high-scoring game. However, with 29 seconds left, Trayvon Boykin tried to hit Josh Dotson, who tips the ball to Aaron Green, who luckily keeps it in bounds for the touchdown. Now TCU up 55-52. Patrick Mahomes scrambles after a TCU personal foul gave him one more chance. Tech tries to make something amazing happen with a series of laterals. They'd make it all the way to TCU's 10-yard line, but can't reach the end zone. The Horned Frogs barely survived, but that was a pretty close one.
Pretty close game right there.
All right, guys, well, the Sooners have 3 non-conference wins under their belt. Who's been your 3-game MVP so far?
There's a lot of talk about Baker Mayfield, but how about Sterling Shepard, the guy who continues
Hey,
to produce week in and week out? Shepard leads the team in catches, receiving yards per game, and he's tied for the lead in receiving touchdowns. Last year, he had to carry the receiving core, and even this year, with all other receivers' production up, Shepard continues to put up great numbers. He's been Mr. Reliable since he arrived here in Norman and continues to put up great numbers.
Well, defense has had a few standouts, including my MVP, Devontae
Bond. That's right.
He has
He's a
been
baller.
consistently good, including 3 tackles and a blocked field goal against Tulsa. And you can't forget his career high 2 sacks and 1 forced fumble against Tennessee. We definitely need to keep our eye on Bond and see what he does in the upcoming games.
That's right.
All right, thanks, guys. Well, earlier today, Mason Prince caught up with offensive lineman Nila Kazatani and asked him how he's recovering from his recent injury.
Feeling pretty good, ready to go.
No recurring injuries. You're feeling good, ready to go?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the bye week really helped to get a lot of rest, and coaches gave me time to rest, and this weekend was really good. I got to go back home and see family, and I'm ready to get back to work.
What did you guys work on during the bye week as an offense?
Just with little stuff that we have with technique and seeing what the defense is going to do and the techniques that they have and the passer moves and stuff like that. But I think we're ready to actually focus on them this week. So,
What do you guys see out of West Virginia?
They're a great team. Have a lot of guys that are coming back, so the experience is really good. So, Coach. Got to get ready for them, just like everybody else. But
It was Samaje's coming out party last year against West Virginia, over 200 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. Are you guys looking to run the ball against West Virginia this time around?
Absolutely. You're always looking to run the ball and sort of balance everything with passing and running, and definitely something we're looking forward to do.
What's it like having Baker as a quarterback? How does he help you guys as an offensive line, being able to move around like that?
Baker's a very smart guy and very shifty kind of guy. So I think that definitely helps with everybody, and sort of gives even more time for the receivers for the plays to develop and all that stuff. So.
Well, last year the Sooners defeated the Mountaineers but gave up 33 points. Give us a breakdown on what the Sooners can improve on going into this weekend's game.
Well, the offense showed us what they were capable of against Tulsa, but they need to be a little more consistent throughout the rest of the season as conference play starts. They haven't yet to have a complete game. We saw the defense carry the team against West Virginia and the offense carry the team against Tulsa. And even though this offense put up a lot of numbers against the Golden Hurricane, the turnovers were a big factor. We knew this offensive line would have to work out some kinks after losing 3 starters last year. They've only allowed 6 sacks so far this season. That's mostly thanks to Baker Mayfield's scrambling ability and being able to get outside the pocket. There's a lot of things this offense needs to improve on, but they can do it.
Well, Sooners had a tough time against Tulsa's Baylor-like offense where they ran a run-pass option on almost every down.
Yeah, they did.
I do think we learned from that game and got good practice for Big 12 offenses, but our offense needs to be ready for West Virginia's explosive offense where they've scored over 40 points in all their first games. We need to make sure we get more turnovers and cannot fumble the ball like we did against Tulsa. We must keep improving, tightening things up, but I think the bye week has helped a lot for the start of Big 12 play.
I think you're absolutely right.
Thank you. I think we're ready.
Oh, but we need to talk about soccer, though.
Yes.
I almost forgot, because the soccer team had a great weekend against number 15 Texas Tech. Ended in a 0-0 tie in double overtime, and then they took on Iowa State at home and beat them 3-0. So a great weekend for the soccer team overall. Shiloh, I got to pronounce her name. Shiloh Price had a great game. 73rd minute, she had her first goal of the game first goal of the season against Iowa State. So great game for her. Great weekend for the Sooners.
Well, volleyball began their conference play last week to Texas Tech. Unfortunately, didn't turn out too well. The Sooners lost 3-2. This is their first loss to Tech since 2005. I know. The ladies claimed their first set. Tech took the second. OU had a great set with a win of 25-18, but then the Red Raiders finished off the match 25-17. However, Julia Doyle had a great game, recording her second double-double and dished out 59 helps to go with 11 digs. Yeah, come on, guys, it's great. 11 digs and 4 kills. It's great. It's impressive.
Yeah, great.
All right, guys, well, don't go anywhere because coming up next, we've got Face Off. Mason and Haley will share their predictions for this weekend's breakout player of the game. We'll be back right after this. And I guess kind of literally this year with their new head cutouts.
Yeah.
I'm here with OU Volleyball, Michaela Span, and she'll help me out with the face-off question later on. But first up, guys, who's your breakout player to watch against West Virginia this weekend?
Safety Stephen Parker is about to start making plays. He has 13 tackles on the season, 1 tackle for loss, half a sack. He hasn't gotten a lot of passes thrown his way, I should say. So no interceptions yet, but he's come close a couple times. Look for Stephen Parker to have a great game against a West Virginia team that likes to pass. Stephen Parker is great at that nickelback position, so watch out for him.
Well, Joe Mixon is going to unleash the beast against West Virginia. I think he'll be a breakout player since he's had some impressive moments, but it hasn't yet stood out completely with moments like a 76-yard reception against Akron, which you might not know this is the longest catch ever by an OU running back. Then had a career 6 receptions for 48 yards and a touchdown against Tulsa. I think we need to prepare for Mixon to make his statement in his first Big 12 game.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, with Big 12 conference play underway, which matchup this weekend are you looking forward to most?
I'm looking forward to the rematch against OSU because last year the repunt cost OU the game. So this year in Stillwater, it should be a really interesting game. And who knows, OSU's undefeated, OU's undefeated still. By the last week of the season, we could see a top 15 matchup for Bedlam in Stillwater.
Well, Baylor will most likely show us where we are as a team.
That's right.
We got a glimpse of what we'll see when we played Tulsa, which wasn't that easy of a win, but I think we'll take large strides up until that game, and it'll be quite an exciting game to watch. We have a lot of time until the game, but I'm pretty confident we'll go to Waco undefeated and get our revenge from last year. I'm calling it.
All right, guys, well, I've got your last question. This one comes from Michaela. Madison Ward is a woman of many talents, as I'm sure you know.
Yes. What do you think is her most impressive talent?
Okay.
She's a great player, but her voice is even better. She's the songbird of our generation, Madison Ward. I talked last week about Neela Costantati jamming out, so now I'm going to talk about Madison Ward jamming out. She's a viral superstar, viral sensation. Chad Ochocinco loves her, and I'm going with the voice.
Her singing's great. Her volleyball is even better. I mean, here's why I'm picking volleyball. In her most recent game against Texas Tech, she had 18 kills, 12 digs, earning her 4th double-double. Are you serious? We can't forget that she was unanimously picked for the first Big 12 All-Team, and this season alone has racked up 133 kills, 85 digs, and 3 blocks. I mean, how do you beat that?
I was told I'd get more votes.
How do you beat that?
Hit the whip.
Okay, no.
You said it. You said I get the votes.
Volleyball
You
still.
said I get the votes, though.
Well, it's now
that's
time
not
to choose
fair.
your winner. Yell loud and proud for this week's face-off winner, and yell up the face for your winner. Was it Haley?
Yes, come on. Come on.
Not a lot of wins.
Wow.
Not a lot.
Please, guys.
Not a lot.
Or was it Mason?
Yeah, that's me.
That was a close one, but Mason, I think this
Wow.
one goes to
Man.
you.
out to you.
Congratulations.
You cheated. You did the web. You did the
All
web.
right, guys, well, don't go anywhere because
Sorry,
coming up
Kevin.
next, we're talking with volleyball player Madison Ward, and we might even get her to hit a high note.
Oh, okay.
But first off, the football team had a bye week, but the Sooner fans definitely did not take the week off. Oklahoma fan Eric Kipper decided to remake Taylor Swift's hit to Style about the overtime win in Tennessee.
Special thanks to our cornerstone television partners, Chesapeake Energy, Riverwind Resort, Anheuser-Busch, OU Outreach, OU Alumni Association, OU Medicine, and the OU President's Associates.
Welcome back to Sooner Sports Pad. Junior cross-country runner Brittany Tretbar has been posting some impressive numbers for the cross-country team. Sooner Sports Pad's Annie Durbin sat down with her and talked about how she's finally running for the school she's always wanted to compete for.
OU cross-country runner Brittany Tretbar never had the times to get her noticed. Now, all of that has changed. Tretbar grew up in Oklahoma, but wound up at Wingate University in North Carolina for her first semester of freshman year.
Wingate was an awesome experience. I wasn't really ready to go D1 out of high school, so it gave me a chance to really step up in a smaller environment.
Wingate became her building block for becoming a stronger leader and gaining confidence in herself.
I started doing really well, and I started aspiring to greater things, so I thought, why not go D1? And then, of course, OU is always in my heart, so I called the coach and let him know I wanted to transfer, and here I am.
Since her time here, she has been named to the All-Midwest Region team, earned 2014 All-Big 12 honors, and finished first for the Sooners at multiple competitions. So what has been the key to her dramatic improvement?
Really believing in myself. I didn't really buy into it until I believed it. A lot of my coaches, a lot of my family, they always would tell me, you can do it, you can be up there, but I just never really thought I could. But then finally it just clicked in my head, like, hey, I can do this, I have what it takes. All it is just mental.
For Brittany, confidence doesn't come easy, yet associate head coach Jason Dunn believes that it is key to being the best.
We just want them to really aspire to that highest level and really not be afraid to challenge themselves to truly find out how good they can be. And if they don't gain some measure of confidence and trust in themselves, they'll never really find out how good they can be. And I think through that process of learning to trust themselves, they gain confidence, and then that's what carries over to race day performances.
Not only does Coach Dunn inspire Brittany to be the best she can be, but so does her all-time hero, her mom.
So she's always looking at different meets, different runners, seeing who's out there and reminding me, like, hey, you have to be up there with these girls. Hey, you can do this. You know, believe in yourself. So she always is there for me, and she's my #1 fan. My goals personally is to improve upon last year. I was only 15 seconds away from nationals individually, which kind of was frustrating. So I'm definitely going to nationals is my goal. But not only that, I want to be an All-American, so top 40.
we need more people like Brittany who can lead the way for us and who can make the kind of progress she's made, for us to really get there.
Norman is a place Brittany aspired to be her whole life, and now hard work has led to that dream coming true. Annie Durbin, Sooner Sports Pad.
Thanks, Annie. Well, we'll be sure to look out for Brittany in October for the Wisconsin Adidas Invitational. And this volleyball team is well underway into their season. They had a tough weekend against Texas Tech. Mason and Haley are joined by outside hitter Madison Ward. Take it away, guys.
All right, Madison, thanks for joining us.
Yep, glad you're here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Our conference play just started. Is the goal for this team Big 12 title?
Yes, absolutely. That's it.
Well, after that close 3-2 Tech loss, what improvements are you guys making for the Iowa State game this Wednesday?
Really, we're wanting to be a lot more effective defensively, and offensively we can still be scoring a lot more. But defensively, I think is where we struggled this past match. So that's something we've been really paying attention to detail on.
How about you yourself? You're second on the team in kills, first in kills per set. How would you rate your performance? How would you rate your performance so far this season?
I would say it's all right, but I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done. Like, we've just begun, so to really wait and think about that for too long, I think would kind of bite all of us. So we need to be working on what's coming up next.
Even with some losses, what are you most impressed with you and your team?
I'm impressed with how much we have a lot of fight in us, and starting out our season, we played a lot of good competition, and that was just kind of a test to see where we were at. I think we did pretty well with that. We still have a lot of room to improve, though, so still looking ahead. Most important thing.
All right, we already know that your talent is singing. Is there anyone on the team who has a secret talent that Sooner Nation might not know about? Time to throw somebody under the bus, Madison.
Catherine Cheek can sing and play guitar.
Oh, Catherine? She hides. She's gonna hide. You guys have a little duo session every now and then?
Not yet, because I just found this out.
Oh, we just found it out?
Oh, wow, okay.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Well, I'm curious, was singing or volleyball your first love?
Singing, actually.
Really?
As a little girl, yeah.
What age did you start singing?
I mean, since I can remember, really. I don't know. My mom played the piano when I was real young, so I was always around that, just as a toddler. So that goes way back.
Oh, sorry. What are you doing what do you expect to do when you graduate from OU?
Sing.
Sing? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want to pursue a career?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep.
Well, we've seen the videos with offensive lineman Neil Costati. Is he as fun to sing with as I presume?
Yes.
Have you seen him play the ukulele? Because I feel like that would just be the coolest thing ever.
Mm-hmm. I have, yeah.
Is he just like a giant teddy bear like he looks?
Yes, he is. Actually, we started singing and playing together in the Bud Wilkinson dorm my freshman year. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think Ashley Davis has a question for us in the audience.
I do. I have an audience question. This one comes from our Madison Ward. She's the Sooner Sports Pad Technical Director, and she's got your next question.
Okay.
So what do you see yourself doing a year from today?
Singing for a lot of people.
Singing for a lot of people. All right. Oh, I have a question. Did Chad Ochocinco reach out to you yet?
Yes.
He did?
No yes.
Way. That's cool. What did he say?
He said he wants to help me all the
cool.
way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
cool stuff right there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, don't go anywhere. We're playing our dynamic duos game. You heard from Madison. She's bringing her teammate Kira Holtz. You won't want to miss this one. Don't go anywhere. On Sooner Sports on TV, the soccer team takes on Iowa State at home at 6 p.m. on Wednesday on ESPNU. But it's now time for our Sooner Sports Pad Challenge. We've got dynamic duos. You heard earlier from Madison Ward. She brought along her teammate, another outside hitter. This is Kira Holst. I'm going to ask Kira a series of questions, and she's going to answer the most likely answer for Madison. Kira, if you need help, the audience is going to be holding up what they think the answer is. Let's get started.
Help her out.
Okay. What is Madison's favorite sport other than volleyball? Is it 1, football, 2, basketball, 3, baseball, or 4, soccer? Audience, what do you think? We're seeing a lot of 2s. Basketball?
See a lot of 2s. See a lot of 2s.
We've got it definitely basketball. Madison?
Yeah, you're good.
Let's see your answer.
She got it.
Basketball!
There you go. Fire. Fire.
All right, 1 for 1. Check it off. You got it. You got it. All right, what is Madison's favorite singer? We know she's a singer, so I'm sure she's got a favorite. Is it 1, Beyonce, 2, Sam Smith, 3, Drake, or 4, Taylor Swift? Lots of 2s. All right.
I guess it's unanimous, too.
2, Sam
2.
Smith. Madison? Okay. 2 for 2. You're doing good. Okay, what is Madison's high school mascot? Is it 1, an eagle, 2, the Trojans, or 3, the Bulldogs?
Really gonna have to shield.
Her team, y'all know her really well.
Wow. 3 Bulldogs.
Okay.
3 Bulldogs. Madison, what was your high school mascot? 3. All right, doing good. Okay, what is Madison's biggest sweet tooth weakness? Is it 1, candy, 2, ice cream, 3, cookies, or 4, cake? That's a lot of sweet tooth.
That is.
Yeah,
I don't know how to pick.
a lot of sweets.
We're seeing some 2s. Is it?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. What do you think it is?
Okay, I'm gonna go for 2 ice cream.
2, ice cream. Madison?
Oh, she missed it. No.
3 cookies. That was a tough one. There should have been an all of the above answer for sure.
All of the above. That's what there should have been.
All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have for Sooner Sports Pod this week. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you back here on Monday next week.
Great job.